Before working with STAXX, our accounting was done. It was not as well organized as it is now. We did it on a cash basis. We wanted to switch to accrual just to get a more accurate picture of the profitability of the business. So that was the main thing that we initially worked on. Always timely. I love the Slack communication, super quick. Have never had any issue with that and really enjoy working with the team. I think try it out. You never know until you try. And I think this experience has been far away the best accounting experience I've had to date. And like with anything, you get in a flow, and definitely really good people here.
What is up? My name is Dylan. I'm one of the co-founders here at STAXX. And today we have Roly, which is one of our accountants on the team. And we have Ellie, who is the founder of Audley. Ellie, why don't you just tell people a little bit about the company, a little bit about you and what you do?
Yeah, so nice to meet you. My name is Ellie. As Dylan said, I'm the co-founder and CEO at Oddly. Oddly is a clothing brand. I feel like saying that is not putting all that it is, but I would say that clothing is the invitation to be a part of what we hope is a very creative, inspiring. What does the next generation, when they wear their clothes, what do they want to say to the world? And I think Oddly stands for creativity, transparency in the fashion industry. And we've been working with STAXX for a little over a year now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and then that's what I was gonna say next. Is we're just coming up right on our year mark. But let's maybe go back before we started working together and maybe talk about the state of Audley's accounting and financial department, before starting working with us, and maybe some of the problems that were there.
So before working with STAXX, our accounting was done. It was not as well organized as it is now. We did it on a cash basis. We wanted to switch to accrual just to get a more accurate picture of the profitability of the business. So that was the main thing that we initially worked on.
Yeah, and that was a pretty solid project going back. I know we kind of retroactively went back and changed some stuff from cash to accrual, and Roly was kind of the guy spearheading that initiative. Maybe touch on what that was like, Roly, going back and fixing that up.
Oh yeah, we went and redid all of 2024 and converting it from cash to accrual.
Yeah, and then doing that, how has that helped in terms of having it actually in accrual basis? Has that helped with some of the like day-to-day decision making, having that data a bit more accurate?
Definitely. And it also painted a better picture of profitability for the banks that we work with for our SBA line of credit. And internally, you always, as a founder, have to be thinking about cash flow is like the core day-to-day thing that you think about, but on a larger, moving the needle for business-wise, getting access to more credit, all of those things, the accrual method is a way better picture for us to look at.
Yeah, and then kind of going alongside with that, you've been working with Chris for a really long time now as well, who's your fractional CFO, where you guys, are meeting and he's sending you your CFO reports and tracking the KPIs and whatnot. How has the meetings with Chris, as well as the reports that you've been getting, kind of helped the growth of the business and the decision-making confidence as well?
Definitely. I think Chris, he's awesome to work with, and the reports are always, they affirm what we already know, but it's always good to have something clearly outlined and have that set time monthly to dig in further and really track progress.
For sure. Yeah, it's kind of like an accountability force function a little bit as well, to make sure we're actually going over what we need to, right?
Absolutely.
I also think on accrual, you have a better picture of kind of how much resources you're actually consuming, rather than, when you make a bulk purchase order, some of that won't go into inventory that's like being sold right away.
100%.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I think some of the stuff too, if I'm not mistaken, really, I think we've helped break out, some of the cost of goods, like per different types of clothing items and things like that, if I'm not mistaken. Has getting some of that, more granular data there also been helpful, just to see the true costs on certain products?
Yes. And we're actually in the midst of redoing how we, even improving further how we do it. So it's I appreciate it's like a constant reevaluation of what would be best.
Cost of goods, cost of services is super important, really, for any business to have broken out in their accounting and their financials. There's a ton of people that don't have any gross profit margin showing on their financials. That's what we see a lot when we have new clients on board for the first time. But with ecom, it's especially important because margins are thinner in ecom typically. Like, say your margins, for example, 5% or 10%, your gross profit, if we increase that 5%, that drops directly into net profit. Sometimes going from 5% to 10% net profit, you're literally doubling the profitability of the business by optimizing some of those gross profits. Definitely huge to have that broken out on those reports for you guys. Roly's done a good job there. Sure.
Yeah, absolutely agree.
And could you maybe speak to some of the, non-financial ROI, but maybe some more the mental side, just knowing, that there's a team that's taking care of it. How has kind of upgrading the financial side of the business helped the peace of mind side of things for you?
Definitely. I mean, I think it's great to work with a team you can trust, and that's what you're always looking for as a founder, looking for someone who can give you that mental peace of mind. We also did our annual tax return with you, or with a STAXX affiliate, I think, which was awesome. So definitely helps me with that peace of mind.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you beat me to the next question, was going to be the tax return experience. A lot of times people are having very bad experiences on that side of things, just not being responsive and not being accurate. But for you, your experience on the tax side of things was pretty smooth.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Probably one of the better experiences with STAXX. I think it was Mike who helped me.
Yeah.
And he was really good. He made things really clear, and especially as a first time founder and still being pretty young, I feel like a lot of it for me is being able to ask questions and make sure things are going in a way that I anticipate, and understanding where certain things on our return or in the business costs are coming from. And the whole team has been great with that.
Awesome. Love to hear. Go ahead,
The
Roly.
subject of kind of having more clarity into your business. One of I think the first TikTok I saw from the Audley account was you kind of breaking out how much margin you actually make on each product for a comment. And I just kind of respect the transparency you have.
Totally. It mirrors the inside and the outside of the business. And I love that you see our TikTok content.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I'd be too scared to do that, but it's you are
and then
transparent though.
maybe touch on just a little bit the experience working with the actual team members as far as Tala and Roly and Chris, and maybe just the day-to-day experience working alongside them. And then one of our core values here is the responsiveness. A lot of accounting firms out there really drop the ball when it comes to that. What's your been experience as far as when you do have questions, our team getting back to you and addressing them timely, things like that?
Totally. Always timely. I love the Slack communication, super quick. Have never had any issue with that, and really enjoy working with the team.
Awesome. Love to hear it. And then if somebody's watching this video, right, it's probably because they're thinking about working with us. They're kind of trying to do their due diligence, right? And just trying to hear other people's experience with us. But to somebody who has, watched this video to this point and is considering working with us, what would you tell that person?
Yeah, I think try it out. You never know until you try. And I think this experience has been far away the best accounting experience I've had to date. And like with anything, you get in a flow, and definitely really good people here.
Awesome. Appreciate it. Roly, you have anything else?
Nothing more to add. It's been a pleasure working with Ellie as well.
No, yeah, we're absolutely. I'm a little bit picky on that front on purpose for sure. We want to be working with good people, because if Roly enjoys working with you, he's going to be that much more motivated to do a good job, and vice versa. So no, we've had an awesome time, doing your accounting the past year, and hopefully it's for many more years to come. And then, yeah, just any final remarks on your end, Ellie?
I don't think I have anything more to add. I think, yeah, you'll be in good hands. And if you made it this far, you're clearly taking your accounting choices seriously, which is a good thing too.
100%. Awesome. Well, yeah, if you want to see if we'd be a good fit to help you out, at the bottom of the video in the description, there'll be a link where you can click to get more information on STAXX and what we do and how it helps, as well as book a time to chat with me or one of our team members. So if you're interested, go click that. Ellie, thanks so much for hopping on and talking about your experience a little bit. And yeah, we'll see you in the Slack channels.
Thank you for having me.